California's state prison population has dropped by about 22% in the last 4 years, and on December 6 the California Department of Corrections and Rehabilitation announced plans to close 2 more prisons, including the California City Correctional Facility. The department also plans to deactivate parts of 6 other prisons, including Facility D at the California Correctional Institution at Tehachapi. Facility D, also known as CCI's medium facility, is the second oldest part of the prison. It opened in 1967. According to Warden Brian Cates, the facility at CCI is slated to close by the end of June 2023. The number of staff positions that will be lost has not yet been made public. The state plans to end the contract for the leased California City facility in March 2024. A spokesperson for the CDCR provided recent documents showing that the California City facility had a total of 532 budgeted positions, of which 9 were management, 362 uniformed custody, 21 non-uniformed custody, 113 support staff, 23 education and 4 building trades. The other prison to be closed is Chuckawalla State Prison, one of 2 facilities in Blythe.
Chuckawalla Valley State Prison will close in just more than 2 years from now. Shutting it down is expected to save the state millions of dollars, but it won't happen without the relocation of thousands of prisoners and the many employees who work there. Chuckawalla Valley State Prison in Blythe will shutter its doors by March 2025. The announcement came Tuesday from California Department of Corrections and Rehabilitation with an eye toward fiscal responsibility.
We're making strides in not only imprisoning people and letting them out, but also in rehabilitating them so that they can rejoin society.
Vanessa Nelson Sloan is the director of prison advocacy nonprofit Life Support Alliance. She says Chuckawalla's closure comes as the state's prison population is shrinking. Last week, there were about 94,000 people incarcerated statewide. That's down from about 120,000 in 2019. Chuckawalla is the 3rd California prison being closed by Governor Newsom's administration in an effort to cut the state's more than $14 billion corrections budget.
That's a nearly 60% increase in prison spending from just a decade ago. So we really need to get serious about balancing the scales of our investments.
Will Matthews with Californians for Safety and Justice says the state is redirecting money away from prisons and toward crime prevention and other local public safety programs.
It really provides a glimpse into what is possible in California if we were to invest in crime prevention to scale. And that is really the key.
Now, California Department of Corrections and Rehabilitation says that Chuckawalla's inmates will be relocated starting in 2024 to facilities across the state. The agency is also working to transfer staffers into positions at other institutions.
And what the department calls deactivations are planned at 6 prisons. In addition to Facility D at CCI, these are Facility A at the California Rehabilitation Center in Norco, Facility D at the California Institution for Men in Chino, Facility C at Pelican Bay State Prison in Crescent City, the West Facility at the California Men's Colony in San Luis Obispo, and the entire Women's Facility in Folsom. Mothballing. The state shut down the Level 1 facility at CCI in September 2021, essentially, mothballing the prison's original buildings there in case they are needed in the future. That's apparently the plan for the latest planned deactivations. Should a significant need for capacity arise in the future due to a natural disaster or other serious need, this option gives the state the possibility to reactivate these facilities at a later date, the news release stated. Mothballing the prison's original buildings there in case they are needed in future. That's apparently the plan. Should a significant need for capacity arise in the future due to a natural disaster or other serious need, this option gives the state the possibility to reactivate these facilities at a later date, the news release stated. Cal City Prison. The California City Correctional Facility is the last contract facility used by the CDCR. The 2,560-bed facility is owned by the publicly traded firm CoreCivic, headquartered in Nashville, The CDCR said the annual lease expense is currently $32 million. It is a leased facility with our CoreCivic partners since 2013, and was necessary to help address overcrowding in state prisons, the agency said. Now that the term of the lease is expiring and there is additional space at nearby facilities, it makes sense to transition our staff and population into our state-owned facilities. As of November 30th, the incarcerated population at the leased facility was 1,906. CoreCivic, then known as Corrections Corporation of America, the company built the $100 million California City facility in the late 1990s. Originally, it hoped to fill the prison with state inmates to help address the overcrowding of California's system at the time. Opposition from the California Correctional Peace Officers Association spelled doom to that plan. Eventually the prison landed a federal contract, but by October 2013 a new deal was in the works as the CDCR leased the facility. Options for the private prison's staff included transferring to another company facility out of state or signing on with the CDCR, which provided fast-track recruitment to bring staff into state employment. A spokesperson for CoreCivic responded to a request for comment on December 6. CoreCivic is immensely proud of our opportunity over the past 9 years to help California successfully manage through its historic challenges with prison overcrowding. Over the course of our partnership at CCCC, we have provided California with modernized capacity to deliver vital reentry programming and healthcare services that have improved the quality of life and work for individuals incarcerated there and the hundreds of state employees caring for them. Plans for closure of the California Correctional Center were derailed for a time when the city of Susanville sued the state. In early September the lawsuit was dismissed. Although the CDCR's prison closure website states that the prison will close in 2023, the agency's weekly report shows no inmates at the facility since October 26. Other prisons. The state prison population has steadily reduced since it peaked at more than 165,000 in 2006. On November 30th, the total number of people in state prisons was 92,620. A series of court decisions and new laws put in place by Propositions 47, 2014, and 57, 2016, in addition to policy changes, have resulted in fewer incarcerated people. Because the laws reduced penalties for most non-serious, nonviolent property and drug crimes, and allowed more credits to reduce sentences, the result is that the CDCR has less need for